Welcome back. I'm Ted Thomas, and on this episode, I'm going to answer the question, how to buy tax liens in Maricopa County. So I'm Ted Thomas. You don't know who I am, but I've been a practitioner of this business for over 30 years. I actually started in Maricopa County. So let me tell you a little bit about that. So my first few years, I just bought tax liens and resold them. I kept buying, and then I started buying properties and reselling those. And so the first 5 years, I just learned how to do the business. The second 25 years, I kept doing it, and I had so many people asking questions that I started creating courses on how to do it. So it's funny that we're talking about Maricopa County. For many years, I took 100 to 200 people to the auction every year. So I'm a mini expert just on that county. So let's tell you a little bit about it. So in Maricopa County, if a property owner does not pay their taxes, what the local county would do is they will issue a tax lien certificate. Now let me tell you, in Maricopa County, they know what they're doing. This is a business for those people. Now, in the good economy, there'll be 15,000 certificates just in Maricopa County. In a bad economy, there'll be 30,000 plus certificates. So there's enough for everybody. So don't worry, they're never going to run out. Now, there's other counties in Arizona. It seems to me there's another 14 counties. And those counties all sell tax lien certificates. But let's see if we can master and figure out this step-by-step process. So let's teach you how to do it right now. First of all, they'll make a list. That list will be online on the county's website. They'll sell that list to the local newspapers. They will produce that list 2 or 3 times. And so there's 2 good sources to find the properties that are going to go to tax lien certificate auction. Now, every one of those certificates will be auctioned off. Now, in the old days, they used a 3x5 card, and they read the property number, and then they took bids. Now, that took 5 days to sell 30,000 certificates. 5 long days with a new person every hour reading off those little cards. Now they do it all online. So it's done online in a day or 2. Now in Maricopa County, they sell the certificate, and the highest amount of tax the county charges is 16%. So the first bid is 16%. So if you raise your hand and say 16, that's where it all starts. But if I want it, I could bid 15 and a half. But if my friend John wanted it, he could bid 15. So it's a down bid process, and it could go all the way down to 1% if you wanted to. Now, I would tell you not to do those bids. I would go to the auction, and I would hold my bid where I could really make some money. Now, the only reason to go all the way down to 0.5% is so you can be the first one to get the property if it doesn't sell. So think about this. What are they selling? They're not selling property. They're actually selling a piece of paper. One simple piece of paper is all they're selling. So let me get one of those and kind of show you. Okay, so just a regular piece of paper of this size. And what it'll say tax lien certificate. It'll have the interest rate, and they'll put your name on it. And now you know that you own that tax certificate. So Maricopa County, let's say they had 30,000 to sell. And let's say they sell all of them. They would be happy because now they got all the money that the county needs to pay a whole bunch of bills. Now, you're not worried about the county bills, but believe me, the county is worried about it. So the money that didn't come in on those 30,000 certificates now is going to pay a lot of bills. So let me cover that for a second. The bills the county pays traditionally are the school teachers. They pay for the building maintenance for the school teachers. They're going to have to pay for the fire department. You wouldn't want to live without firefighters or without police. So they're paying those bills. So the county has a lot of bills. Now think about that. Who's paying to pick up the garbage? Who's paying for all of these different bills? All the bills are paid for by the county, okay? The court system is run by the county. The county now has the money. They're very happy. Are you happy? You bought a certificate. So you took the certificate home, no work to do. You just sit on your rusty dusty. That's right, sit on your assets. No work to do. You own a certificate. You just wait for the property owner to come in and pay. I can tell you from experience, in 30 years of doing this, 95 to 97% of all those certificates they sell will be paid off in 2 years. In other words, you're going to get paid. But Ted, what if I don't get paid? As a matter of fact, Ted, if they wouldn't pay the county, why would they pay me? Well, I'll tell you why they'll pay you. They'll pay you because the county gives you a guarantee, and the guarantee is that you're going to be okay with the tax certificate, and you're going to be okay this much, because not only are you going to get paid, if you don't get paid, you're going to get the property. Well, Ted, I don't want the property. Well, let's talk about that. Maybe you do want the property if you could get it by only paying the back taxes and the property had no mortgage. The mortgage is wiped out. Now you're saying, what do you mean wipe out the mortgage? Folks, if you buy a tax lien or you buy a tax deed, the county has the power to wipe out the mortgage. And they do that by giving the property owner notice, and they give the banks notice, and anybody that's on title, if they get that notice, and they will, the county will force the issue. If they get that message, those liens are wiped out. The county actually doesn't care if you get the message. They will send those registered letters. If you don't accept them, it's okay. By their file, they'll show they sent them, and that's all the law requires, is that they send those out. So now you're buying property for 2 or 3% of value. Where are you going to get property for 2 or 3% of value? You're either going to get paid or you're going to get the property. So let me give you an example. My friend Rocco likes to buy in Florida. Florida has the same system. Florida pays a little bit more. They pay 18%. So he likes to go to the auction. He picks the property tax liens that he wants to buy. He's not buying a property. Now, he doesn't want to buy a property. He doesn't want to cut the lawn. He doesn't want to manage it. He doesn't want to paint it. He doesn't want to put up with tenants. All he wants to do is make money. So he buys a tax certificate. He takes it home and he sits there. He makes 18% on his money. Where are you going to make 16, 18, 24, or 36% on your money except with tax certificate? There is no other place. Where are you going to get the safety that you could get of an investment? The safety is this: you get paid or you get the property. Keep in mind, you're not investing with Ted Thomas. You're not investing with a company. There is no brokers. There is no middlemen. You're investing directly with the county. Now, if you're thinking about to yourself, Ted, I don't have a lot of money. Well, start small. Start with $50, 500, 1,000. But if you want to make real money, you're going to have to invest some real money. So you might want to learn how to get money from your friends. I teach classes on that, but we're not going to cover that now. You need money to be at a tax auction. There's no free ride. You have to buy the tax lien certificate. Then the county will give you a guarantee that you're going to get paid. If you don't get paid, you're going to get the property. Okay, now you're thinking to yourself, what should you do? You want to go online or offline? Well, online's pretty easy. I tell you, it's too easy. If your town, city, or county is going to have live auctions, go to the live auction whenever possible. You'll learn more at the live auction than you will at any other time. But don't take your wallet and your credit cards. Don't do anything until you learn how to do this. I don't want you to make a mistake and get excited. What you're worried about when you go to auction is you're going to miss something. You're never going to miss anything in this business. It's been around for 200 years. It'll be here 200 years from now. There's always an abundance. There's too many. So let's answer the question. Do you want to go to a live auction or do you want to do online? Why don't you do both and keep doing it and keep watching these videos because you're going to subscribe. All right, so you kind of get the idea on these tax liens and deeds. Let me give you a couple of things that you don't want to do. A lot of mistakes made by investors. There's 2 I don't want you to make. 1, don't ever buy a tax lien certificate that you haven't looked at the property. Now, in Maricopa County, this is a piece of cake. All you have to do is get the property number, type it into your computer, and it'll tell you all about the property. And sometimes they even show you a picture of it. Don't pay any attention to pictures. You don't know how old they are. You need to go and look at that property. You'll get the address, tell you whether it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, tell you what the property value is, they'll tell you what everything on the street is worth. That's all public knowledge. So you need to look at the property. If you don't go yourself, send someone that's a professional, like a real estate broker or someone that you know, or send the Uber driver if you want, but get pictures before you buy. So that was mistake number 1. Don't buy unless you've seen the property. Second big mistake, whatever you do, if you're going to bid at an auction, know what it's worth. And the only way you're going to do that is think about your exit strategy. Don't get involved in a property that you don't know what you're going to sell it for. Otherwise, you're going to keep bidding up, and you might bid right past the value of the property. So if you know what your exit strategy is, you'll stop bidding. So my teaching is this, opposite of every real estate course you'll ever go to. I teach you to buy it low, sell it low, and do it fast. Let me say it again. Buy it low, sell it low, and do it fast. Every other real estate course says buy it low, spend months fixing it up. You watched all those TV shows. Great entertainment with some pretty girl. She's telling you about all this stuff. Well, that's great. But where's the money coming from? Those fixer-upper deals cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's the fastest way I know of going broke in America. So I'm going to tell you, buy it low, sweep it out, sell it low, and do it fast, and take the cash to the bank. You'll be real happy with tax lien certificates if you do that. Now, can I teach you everything I know on one video? Can't do it. So you can subscribe to many more videos, but what I want you to do right now, if you want a free video, which I'd like you to have, below me there's a link. But there's a 1-hour video. Let's call it a quick start video. It'll show you the basics, and then it'll show you some advanced. It'll show you people doing it. It's all free, and it's right below me, so go there now.